All right, it's district breakdown time. We are talking 17-6A with my Houston Chronicle buddy, Jon Poorman. Johnny, let's talk a little bit about this district because last year it came down to Jersey Village versus Stratford, and Jersey Village ended up getting that victory and winning the district. Is Stratford ready for a revenge tour here, or how do you see this district playing out?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to bet, I would say that these are going to be the top two teams in this district once again. They both bring back plenty of talented players. That final district championship game between the two, it was really exciting. Came down to a few plays in the fourth quarter where Jersey Village just executed and made it happen. But yeah, I mean, both teams have strong prospects for this upcoming year. Jersey Village has a young quarterback, Adam Tran, and a really tough running back with Rashawn Estes, and a couple of talented defensive backs with Chris Noble and Darius Johnson kind of leading the way there. And then, Stratford really has a chance to, be an offensive juggernaut, I think, this year with returning quarterback Nash Rankin. Of course, his dad, Todd, is the head coach there. They've got a good thing going offensively. He passed for 26 touchdowns last year, and he's got a good 1,000-yard receiver in Luke Reeves coming back. And then Cooper King, the heart and soul of that Stratford defense, is coming back at his linebacker position. So they've got some talent on that side of the ball as well. You look at the top of the district, and it's hard to pick against those two teams. But it'll be interesting to see how the third and fourth playoff spots kind of shake out.
Yeah, you got to think Nash and his dad had a good 6-7 months to talk about how they want to, get through that thing. And he's still got Hawkins Polley to throw to as well over there.
Yes.
I guess that's a Baylor commit as well. So that's going to be tough at the top. But, who we usually see at the top is Cy-Fair. And they kind of took I don't want to say a step backward, but they didn't finish in the top two. So how do you think they're going to bounce back? And we were going to talk a little bit about Cy Creek as well, because they got a quarterback that's been in there since he's been a freshman, and he's only a junior now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have a pretty good reputation as a program when you're talking about a step back as still making the playoffs. Cy-Fair is always going to be in the mix. They just have that tradition there, like to run the football, of course. Had some great backs over the years, but, I would expect them to be in the mix in this district as well. And then you mentioned Cypress Creek, a really interesting team here because they have an awesome quarterback with Brad Jackson, who you alluded to there. 29 touchdown passes last season. Really kind of a guy who just makes things happen. He's mobile. He has a good arm. He can make throws down the field. I think it's tough because he found himself, I think, in a lot of shootouts last year, and they came up on the wrong side of one too many of those games, those district games down the stretch. They got blown out by Memorial in the final district game of the season. That was really kind of the deciding factor there. But then, you mentioned Memorial again, and, they got into the playoffs last season with their performance down the stretch. So you got to like where they're at as a program as well. But, yeah, I mean, anytime you have a player like Jackson, has spent, a couple years already in this program kind of refining the offense, and, he's going to be a dangerous player every time he steps on the field.
Yeah, it's probably going to be looking for those 4 spots. I know Springwood's had a nice start to the season, but I think they played to get some wins there in the non-district in Northbrook and Cy Ridge. They're all going to probably struggle to get wins, and Cy Ridge does have the best, probably one of the better returning running backs besides Estes coming back. But those 5 you think will fight for those 4 spots, the 5 we mentioned earlier, right?
Yeah, I think so. And like I said, the class of this district right now is Stratford and Jersey Village with what they did last year. I mean, starting the way they both did, with going undefeated through most of the season. So, you start there, and then we'll see what happens from the rest.
Absolutely, a lot of experienced quarterbacks coming back, which should make for some nice offensive showcases in this district. So we'll talk 18-6A next week. I appreciate you joining us, and I'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.